जय ओम विष्णुपाद परम सप्रिय अष्टोत्र श्रीमद इज्रांगेसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी स्वरूपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की नामाचार्य श्रेष्ठ ठाकुर की षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण चंद्र की श्री श्री कृष्ण राम की जय श्री श्री गौरंगा की श्री श्री श्रीनिवास गोविंदा की श्री श्री प्रहलाद नसदेव की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to everyone. Today we are going to discuss about life history of Madhvacharya, third session. Maybe another one or two sessions will take to complete the life history of Madhvacharya. So in the last class we have concluded how Madhvacharya led his life in terms of book Bhagavata. There are two Bhagavatas. One is book Bhagavata and another is person Bhagavata. So anyone who follows in the footsteps of book Bhagavata is called person Bhagavata. Such kind of person can preach book Bhagavata and he will be able to convert others to become devotees of Lord Krishna. In the past, many people went to US and other countries, London, but so many people preached extensively about Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita, but nobody became devotees. Whereas when Prabhupada went and he preached in simple language, people accepted Krishna consciousness and they followed Krishna consciousness, practiced Krishna consciousness. Why? Because they were completely convinced about the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Why? Because Prabhupada led his life according to book Bhagavata. If anyone who practices book Bhagavata, he'll be able to convert people to Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada followed in the footsteps of Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya, Purna Prajna Tirtha, he would extensively preach Bhagavatam, and people were convinced about the philosophy that he was presenting. And they liked it very much. They become his followers. Since he was following he was practicing, footsteps of a book Bhagavata, he was called Bhagavata Pada. One was taken shelter of Bhagavatam. Later, when he saw, his spiritual master about the caliber of his disciple, Purna Prajna Tirtha, who was very qualified to preach Bhagavatam to people, and people were convinced and they were able to accept, appreciate. Then he decided that he should be the next Acharya. Achyuta Preksha installed Purna Prajna on his Vyasasana as his successor, and he was given the name Ananda Tirtha. Purna Prajna became Ananda Tirtha. Later, a saintly friend of Achyuta Preksha came to meet Achyuta Preksha. He was well versed in the Nyaya philosophy and he was impersonalist. And he came with his followers who are well trained in the Nyaya philosophy. So all of them came and to meet Achyuta Preksha, and they want to have a debate with Achyuta Preksha. And he said, "No, now I have stepped down from my position. Now I made my disciple Ananda Tirtha as a successor, and he is well qualified to have a discussion with you. You can kindly have a debate with him. So then these people started putting forward their philosophy, saying that how the Jivatma and the Paramatma are one and the same. They started giving this kind of explanation because they are Mayavadis. Whereas Ananda Tirtha refuted all the statements of this Mayavadis and smashed them to pieces and established that the individual soul is eternally subordinate to the supreme soul. The absolute truth is the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna, not the impersonal Brahman. He established the truth. The absolute truth is the personality of Godhead Krishna, not the impersonal Brahman. Then later, some more people came to meet Achyuta Preksha. One is called Buddhisagara, a Buddhist, and Vadisimha. He was a Jain scholar. So both of them came to Achyuta Preksha to have a debate. And again, Achyuta Preksha said, "You kindly have a debate with my disciple, Ananda Tirtha." So again, these people, Buddhisagara, he started putting forth his Buddhist theory. Ananda Tirtha refuted him. All this, whatever points he put forward, completely smashed everything. Then finally, Vadisimha, he started putting Jain scholar, Jain philosophy, that also was um, smashed by Anutirtha. This Vadisimha became very angry and started scolding, using all kind of words. He was letting forth this anger because he was defeated. Then this Anand Tirtha was very calm, gentle, dignified manner. He refuted again further all the points, all the things, philosophy put forward by this Jain scholar. They could sense that immense defeat at the hand of this Ananda Tirtha, and somehow they want to escape. All of his followers and followers of Anutirtha, everyone was sitting and watching. And they said, both of them, Buddhisagara and this Vadisimha, they both of them started saying that, no, we'll go, tomorrow morning will come. No, now let's discuss now itself. Ananda said, let us discuss now itself. Whatever you got further, we'll close it. No, it's evening time. It's inauspicious time. So it's not good to have a debate at this time. Let us continue tomorrow morning. We'll conclude tomorrow. After giving this kind of excuse, they returned. And next day morning, the rooms were empty because they vacated. Because they knew very well that they cannot conquer and they will be completely defeated. Already they were defeated, but they don't want to accept defeat completely. Therefore, they said, "We'll come and discuss tomorrow." So next day morning, early morning, night itself, they packed everything and went. So when the people went and saw the room was empty, then this Ananda Tirtha became undisputed scholar. So in this way, he started preaching extensively. He was preaching Vedanta Sutra, refuting all the commentaries put forward by many people in the past, including Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya commented on Vedanta Sutras called Sharirika Bhashya. Sharirika Bhashya. So he opposed like anything this Ananda Tirtha. So he was preaching very nicely, and therefore he was called an Acharya, called Madhvacharya. Ananda Tirtha became Madhvacharya because of his ability to convince others about the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Then, when he was talking on Vedanta Sutra, defeating the Mayavada philosophies, the learned Brahmanas came and requested Madhvacharya because they liked the way he expressed the Vedanta Sutra. It's like a nectar for them, and they understood the essence of Vedanta Sutra. So far, they never understood any philosophy, although they read, although they heard, but they could not understand. When Madhvacharya was giving this philosophy, They were easily able to appreciate and understand the meaning of Vedanta Sutra. So they requested, why can't you write your own commentary on Vedanta Sutra? Because in the past, uh, many people heard about this commentary of Shankaracharya called Sharirika Bhashya. And many people had a different kind of conception about the absolute truth, that I am one with the Lord. So now we have to remove that. Whatever people have already taken, consumed, that should be thrown out. How to throw out now? So therefore, you should write the commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Then later is Guru Achyuta Preksha. Even he requested, strongly urged Madhvacharya, my dear disciple, please don't waste your time. Please do not waste your time in arguing with this impersonalist. Better you write your commentary on Vedanta Sutra. That is enough. Just like a moon, when rises, full moon rises, automatically it minimizes the importance of thousands of stars. Similarly, your commentary on Vedanta Sutra can outshadow all the commentaries of this Mayavadis. So there is no need for you to spend unnecessarily with this Mayavadis. You better write commentary on Vedanta Sutra. So what is Vedanta Sutra? Vedanta Sutra means Vedanta. What is Vedanta? Veda plus Anta is called Vedanta. Veda means knowledge, Anta means ultimate. So ultimate knowledge is given in sutra form, code words. Sutra means code. Sutra means a compilation of aphorism which expresses volumes of knowledge in minimum words. So much knowledge is there. All the knowledge put in small words. That is called sutra. So Vedanta Sutra means the essence of Vedic knowledge or the summary of Vedic knowledge is given in the code words, simple code words. That is not possible for a common man to understand. That requires brain. That requires a brain to understand the sutra meaning. Without having brain, we can't even understand then what to speak of giving explanation. It's not possible for any conditioned soul to understand Vedanta Sutra, although he may be a very scholar in Sanskrit. Nevertheless, he cannot understand the meaning of Vedanta in the sutra. Although the sutra is very, very small, like a 3 or 4 words will be there. But we cannot understand by reading that sutra. He may be very good in the Sanskrit grammar. Nevertheless, he cannot understand. It requires a brain. So many people try to comment on Vedanta Sutra without knowing the meaning. Therefore, they confused people. They misled people. So Purna Prajna, Madhvacharya was requested by his guru to write commentary on Vedanta Sutra. So the first sutra of Brahma Sutra or Vedanta Sutra is Atato Brahma Jignasa. Atato Brahma Jignasa. Ata Brahma Jignasa. This is 4 words. That's all. Just 4 words. But it's packed with full of knowledge. Although it has got 4 words, it's packed with full of meaning, volumes of knowledge. What is Brahma Jignasa? What is the Brahman? Inquire about Brahman. Kamasya Nendriya Priti Labo Jivata Yavata Jivasya Tattva Jignasa Narto Eche Karmabi. Our life desire should not be directed to sense gratification but self-realization. The human form of life is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. Jivasya tattva jignasa. Except this, nothing else should be the goal of one's life. Other than tattva jignasa, inquire about Jignasu, Tattva, nothing else should be the goal of life. So, the very first sutra, it explains about who am I, what is Brahman, who is the source of everything that exists, what is my relationship with that absolute truth. This is called Atato Brahma Jignasa. Next sutra, Janmadasi Yataha. Janma Adi Asya Yataha. Who is the source of everything? From whom the cosmic manifestation has come into existence? Who is the creator of this cosmic manifestation? Who maintains it? And after it dissolves, where it goes? This is called Janmadasi Yataha. Who is the cause of creation, maintenance, and destruction? So, like that, there are a set of quotes that expresses volumes of knowledge. That's called Vedanta Sutra. Shankaracharya has given commentary on Vedanta Sutra called Sharirika Bhashya. And later, he gave the philosophy of Advaitavada. His philosophy is called Advaitavada. Next, Ramanuja, in his Sri Sampradaya, he wrote a commentary on Vedanta Sutra called Sri Bhashya. And later, Madhvacharya gave a commentary on Vedanta Sutra called Purna Pranya Bhashya. And his philosophy is called Dvaitavada philosophy. And Ramanuja philosophy is called Vishishta Advaita. Shankaracharya philosophy called Advaitavada. Advaitavada, Vishishta Advaitavada, Dvaitavada. So these are the different philosophies of the acharyas have given. So then our acharya, Baladeva Vidyabhushan of Gaudiya Sampradaya, he has commented on Vedanta Sutra called Govinda Bhashya. So this acharya has given the commentaries to say that the Lord and the living entities are different. Not both are one and the same. Only Advaita philosophy of Shankaracharya says that Jivatma and the Paramatma are one and the same. All the acharyas refuted. So Madhvacharya refuted all the philosophies put forward by the so-called impersonalist. And later, in his philosophy, he explained five differences. He explained Madhvacharya. The first and foremost difference is that there is a gulf of difference between Jivatma and the Supreme Lord. They are not one and the same. The Jivatma is eternally a servant of the Supreme Lord. Jiva, living it, is eternally the servant of the Supreme Lord. And second, and there's a difference between the Lord and the material nature. Lord is eternal, whereas the material nature is changing. This material nature is controlled by the Lord. It's created by the Lord and controlled by the Lord. Maya dakshina prakati soite sacharacharam. So Lord is the controller of the material creation. This is second difference. Second thing is third point, Madhvacharya says, there is a difference between the living entities. Just like if I eat, you don't feel satisfied. Means your hunger will not be mitigated because I am eating. Similar, when you eat, my hunger will not be mitigated. So each and every jiva is different. Your consciousness is different, my consciousness is different. So each and every individual living entity has got different consciousness. And fourth one, the living entities and material nature. Just like a person dies, he does not take this body with him. He leaves the body. And there is a difference between even the material nature. For example, a tree in the forest has got different nature. Then when it comes in contact with the fire, the nature of the tree becomes changed. The wood become different when it comes in contact with the fire. So these are the five differences that Madhvacharya points out in his Dvaitavada philosophy. So he requested his guru to give permission to go South India tour to preach the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. His guru Achyuta Preksha gave his consent. Then later he started going to different parts, even to Trivandrum. He had darshan of Ananta Padmanabha Swami. After having darshan, he was confronted by one Mayavadi philosopher called Vidya Shankara. They are from Shringeri, headquarters of Mayavadi philosophy. That's the place of Shankaracharya. That's a matas there, Shringeri Mata. So from them, from that place, this Mayavadis were traveling, going to different places to preach. So at that time, they happened to meet Madhvacharya. They had a discussion. Madhvacharya again defeated this Vidya Shankara, and although he was defeated, still he tried to criticize Madhvacharya. Then later, Madhvacharya, after this, he went to Kanyakumari, finally went to reach Rameshwaram. And this person also gradually went to other places. Finally, they also reached Rameshwaram, who the Mayavadis, Vidya Shankara. And Madhvacharya at that time, because he was a sannyasi and Chaturmasa started 4-month rainy season, being a strict sannyasi, he does not want to move from any place. He want to stay wherever he was there. He stayed in Rameshwaram for 4 months. And at that time, again, this person came to challenge this Vidya Shankara. At the time, Madhvacharya said, if I do not defeat, if I am defeated, if I am defeated by you, then I'll break my danda. I'll break my sannyasa danda. The person, Vidya Shankara, somehow he want to defeat. So he went to many brahmanas, pious brahmanas, went and requested, kindly bless me that I want to defeat this Madhvacharya so that he will break his danda. So all the brahmanas said, who can hate Madhvacharya? By simply seeing his smiling face, we drink the beauty, we drink the nectar of his beauty. And we were so pleased by seeing his beautiful face. When he talks, nectar flows from his mouth. And we are so satisfied. Nobody is there to hate Madhvacharya, who can give blessings to you to defeat Madhvacharya. Please forget. So nobody blessed this sannyasi, Vidya Shankara, to defeat Madhvacharya. Then Madhvacharya easily could refute him again. When they were defeated, they don't know what to do. Somehow they want to trouble Madhvacharya. Therefore, when Madhvacharya would get some item for cooking, they would come out to steal, and they would go and tell people, don't give anything. This kind of childish activities they were doing to make Madhvacharya feel unhappy. But Madhvacharya was very sober, very calm, very gentle, very sweet. He was not disturbed by this childish activities of this Mayavadis. Then once this 4-month Chaturmasa over, then he left Rameshwaram, came to Srirangam to have darshan of Lord Ranganatha. He drank the beauty of Lord Ranganatha being in Srirangam, and he did not show any disrespect to any demigods. Being a Vaishnava, he knows that all the demigods are the servant of Lord Krishna. Therefore, he did not show any disrespect to any demigods. He showed due respect to all the demigods. What to speak of demigods? Even a Vaishnava offered due respect to other living entities. What to speak of demigods who are the servant of Lord Krishna to execute specific task of Lord. So then after having darshan of Ranganatha and Srirangam, then Madhvacharya moved to Udupi and met his guru and explained about his preaching, and he gathered many followers. Then later he asked his spiritual master Achyuta Preksha, my dear master, can you give me permission that I want to go to Himalaya? I want to go to Himalaya, Badrikashrama, to meet Vyadavyasa. I want to show my commentary on Bhagavad Gita, because he wrote a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, and he wanted to present this commentary to Vyasadeva to acknowledge, to approve his commentary. And his guru, Achyuta Prakshan, knew very well that my disciple is not going to Badrikashrama, holy place, just to take a bath. Generally, people, they all rush to any holy tirthas to take a bath. Such kind of people are compared to ass or cow by Lord Krishna. Isyatma buddhi kunape tridaki. So a person who identifies himself with this body, and the person who considers his birthplace as the place worshipable, and who goes to the place of pilgrimage just to take a bath without meeting a saintly person, such kind of person are compared to a cow or ass. So Achyuta Prakshan knew very well that my disciple is not a cow or ass. He's not going to holy place just to take a bath. He's going to meet a saintly people there. So now Kumbh Mela is coming. So all the people will be rushing to Prayagraj without meeting any saintly people. Just they want to go and take a dip. Why? So they can get liberation. So devotees, they don't go to the places of pilgrimage to take a dip or to have darshan. They go to the place of pilgrimage to meet a saintly people, to hear about the Lord, to understand the purpose of life, how to execute the purpose of human life. And that can be explained only by saintly people. So Madhvacharya wanted to go to Badrikashrama not to just to take bath in Ganges or Alakananda rivers. He wanted to meet a saintly people like a Vyasadeva. So then Achyuta Praksha gave permission, and he told, take your disciples, few disciples also with you. So Madhvacharya, along with his faithful followers and disciples, and one of his chief disciple called Satya Tirtha, he also accompanied Madhvacharya. They were going towards north. They finally reached Benares, Varanasi. We know the Varanasi is filled with full of Mayavadis during those time. At the time, Madhvacharya was not much keen in having debate with this impersonalist. He did not want to waste his time to have a debate with this impersonalist. Rather, he was very absorbed in the thought of Vyasadeva to meet a saintly person. So he reached Badrikashrama. We know Badrikashrama is like 10,000 feet higher than the sea level, where the Lord Badrinarayana is there, the temple of Badrinarayana is there, and twin sons of Dharma and Murti named Naranarayana Rishi, or both of them are performed severe tapasya for the welfare of the humanity. The temple of Badrinath, Narayana is there, along with Badrinarayana, then Naranarayana, deities of Naranarayana, and also Sudarshana Chakra was installed to keep the influence of Kali at the bay. So Madhvacharya reached and have the darshan of Badrinarayana. In the Shastras described, there are 5 Badris are there. This is called Badri Vishal, where the main Badri, where Badrinarayana is there. This is called Badri Vishal. And there is a lamp, that Badri Vishal, that Badrinath, there is a lamp. That the light is there. It's since time immemorial. The lamp is burning. It's since time immemorial. It never extinguished at any point of time. Even though the temple will be closed for 6 months during the winter season. Still, when the pujaris come and see after during summer season, generally the temple will be closed. Badrinath will because of severe snow. The temple will be completely covered with the snow from October mid or probably November first week up to April. This is called winter season. The 6 months the temple will be closed. At the time, the deity of Utsava deity of Badrinarayana will be taken to Yoga Badri. One more Badri, sir. There are 5 Badris are there. One is Badri Vishal, then the second is called Yoga Badri. And this deity of Utsava deity of Badrinarayana will be taken to Yoga Badri, and they worship in the Yoga Badri the next 6 months during winter season. And there is a Shaligrama Shila in the Badrinath that is brought by Shankaracharya and started worshipping in the Badrinath. Even the Shaligramas all also be brought, and they would worship in the Yoga Badri. During shifting the deities of Utsav deity to Yoga Badri during the winter season, at the time the pujaris and all leave the articles, food grains, so that devas come and worship the 6 month during a winter season. Demigods come and worship Badrinarayana and use all the paraphernalia what was kept for the deities. So keep everything and go, shift everything, go to Yoga Badri. So at the time demigods come and offer worship to Badrinarayana. The Yoga Badri is the place where the Utsav deity is worshipped in the winter season. That's another called Viruddha Badri. That's also Narayana deity. And Dhyana Badri, where is the temple of Lord Shiva. It's a Vaishnava, greatest Vaishnava. So if one wants to go to Badrinath, one should go to Dhyana Badri, have darshan of Lord Shiva, take permission, then should visit Badrinath. And final Badri is called Bhavishya Badri, fifth Badri, called Bhavishya Badri. In this age of Kali, after a certain period of time, people will not have an access to go to Badri Vishal, that's main Badrinath. So the road will not be, there will be no road. The previous also there was no road, now there is a road is there. Now after some time, certain period of time, when the contamination become little more rampant, due to the influence of Kali, at the time there will be no roads, people cannot go, there is no access to go to Badrinath. So at the time that, what is it, Bhavishya Badri, the deity of Narayana was replica of Badri Narayana. Therefore, one can have darshan of Lord Narayana in Bhavishya Badri in the absence, when they do not have any access to go to Badri Vishal. So Madhvacharya went to this Badrinath, it's the main Badri Vishal, and he was meditating upon the Lord for 48 days. After that, he called his disciples and he told them to stay little far from the deity, and he sat underneath the Narayana Rishi's lotus feet, and he offered his Bhagavad Gita commentary to Badrinarayana. Sir, my dear Lord, now I have compiled my composition Bhagavad Gita to the best of my ability. Now I want to recite this Bhagavad Gita for your satisfaction. So when we read Bhagavad Gita, we should read in front of deities for the satisfaction of the Lord. So he presented his commentary, and after that, after hearing that, the Lord Narayana spoke to Madhvacharya, you used the word to the best of your ability. That's not correct. You could have explained the entire Bhagavad Gita in a little more better way. You could have fully explained. You had the capacity to explain the Bhagavad Gita better than what you explained. Therefore, you should not use the word to the best of your ability. You should have told, to some extent, I have explained the Bhagavad Gita. Because you have got the power, you have not exercised your full power. You exercised only small amount to comment on Bhagavad Gita. So now after that, Madhvacharya, actually when Narayana was speaking to, Lord Narayana was speaking to Madhvacharya, all these disciples could hear. So then later, Madhvacharya underwent another 48 days tapasya, and Maunavarata, he went Maunavarata. He did not speak, he would not eat, he would not sleep, and only he would talk little bit about Bhagavad Gita to his disciples. And every day morning, very cold, he would go and take bath in that Alaknanda river, Ganges, cold water. So in this way, he was undergoing severe tapasya. Then one day, dream, one powerful, effulgent personality appeared in his dream and said, my dear so-and-so, you must visit Uttara Badri, where Lord Vyasadeva was there. And even he want to go. He had decided that already to visit Uttara Badri, where the ashram of Vyasadeva called Shamya Prasa. That's the place of residence of Vyasadeva. So that is there in Himalaya. So a person appeared in a dream and told immediately, go to the ashram of Vyasadeva. So then he understood, then got up and wrote a note to his disciples that I have been summoned. I have to go to Uttarabadri to meet Vyasadeva. Therefore, please stay here only. So he wrote a note and kept it, and without telling anyone, he started proceeding. So when his disciple Satyatirtha woke up and saw that note and he started reading out to other disciples, other followers, then he told, please not to follow, be here only. But Satyatirtha, being very dedicated to his spiritual master, he could not tolerate the suppression. He just followed his spiritual master. So he started following. Then Madhvacharya started walking fast. He also tried to follow. Then Madhvacharya started jumping from one rock to another rock, like that, from one place to another place, some 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, one step to another step. But the Satyatirtha is a small person and he could not keep the pace with his spiritual master, and he reached far away. Then heavy wind, just very cold, weather is very cold, and he started calling the spiritual master. Then Madhvacharya far away said, please go back, return, don't follow, you cannot catch me. He requested to return to a place where the other disciples are there. Then he started proceeding, and there was a powerful wind and lifted this Satyatirtha and brought him back to the place where other disciples of Madhvacharya was staying. Then this Satyatirtha started explaining about the glories of Madhvacharya, how he jumped from one place to another place, from one mountain to another mountain. So he could witness the glory of Madhvacharya. Then Madhvacharya crossed, finally went to the place of Vyasadeva residence called Ashrama, Shamya Prasa, where he saw the many Brahmanas performing austerities, and there was a big banyan tree. And when he entered the place, actually, when he entered the place of ashram of Vyasadeva, although the Himalaya, when he was crossing, it was too cold, windy, no sunlight. But when we reached the place of Vyasadeva ashram, there was warm weather and there was sunlight, and there were more comfortable. The atmosphere was more comfortable, more soothing. So all the personalities, all the brahmanas, pious brahmanas who were undergoing tapasya there, they all started discussing after seeing the Madhvacharya, who's a powerful personality, who's like a lotus, who has got like a lotus eyes and like a wonderful personality, and like a long, Madhvacharya had a very long arms and beautiful eyes, beautiful face, moon-like face, and golden complexion. So who is this person? Whether he is Lord Brahma or Vayu, who has come here? Everyone was started discussing. Then finally, he could see Vyasadeva. He came and offered obeisances to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, because he has been meditating upon Vyasadeva for a long time. No, personally, he could see. And he was drinking the beauty of the face of Vyasadeva, because he had long cherished desire, and he accepted Vyasadeva as his guru. Madhvacharya accepted Vyasadeva as his guru, and he was longing to meet Vyasadeva. And when he met and he started drinking the beauty, and constantly was looking at the beauty of Vyasadeva, and fell down and took the dust of the lotus feet of Vyasadeva and put on his head, and Vyasadeva embraced Madhvacharya. And Vyasadeva also was wearing a Kaustubha junk, which was given by Lord Brahma to Vyasadeva. So when both of them had discussion, then finally Vyasadeva took Madhvacharya to the place where Lord Narayana was there sitting. Because Lord Narayana, he also disguised himself as a human being, and like ascetic, wearing matted, having matted hair, wearing deer skin, this one cloth, and he was undergoing tapasya for the welfare of the humanity. So Vyasadeva took Madhvacharya to Narayana. So Madhvacharya offered obeisance to Narayana, and he offered wonderful prayers to Narayana, and understood the mercy of the Lord, how he accept different kinds of incarnations just for the welfare of humanity, society. Then later, Vyasadeva and Madhvacharya had long discussion how to save people in this age of Kali. In fact, Vyasadeva he was going everywhere. When Lord Krishna disappeared from the earth, he also left. He went to Badrikashrama and did not want to visit any place. So he stayed in his place. And both of them had a good conversation how to save the people in the age of Kali. So Vyasadeva gave instruction to Madhvacharya. Then Madhvacharya took all spiritual instruction from Vyasadeva and how to save the people in this age of Kali. Then he took leave from Vyasadeva and returned to Badrinath, where his disciples were there. When all the disciples saw this, saw their spiritual master Madhvacharya returned, they were so happy, they were so excited. Then they called some brahmanas, made a big feast, and offered the feast. Madhvacharya ate most of the feast because he's like a Vayuputra, like a Bhima. So he had a nice feast. Then later he started writing commentary on Vedanta Sutra. So after writing a commentary on Vedanta Sutra, he sent a copy to his guru Achyuta Preksha, who was in Udupi. So then all of them started. They wanted to move. They wanted to come back, and they were traveling. Achyuta or Madhvacharya and his disciples, they came to the place. Different places and all they came. Finally, the Madhvacharya came to Navadipa Dhama, where he was staying for some time. At the time, in his dream, Lord Chaitanya appeared and said, so and so, I will appear after a few hundred years in this place, Navadipa, and I'll accept your parampara. I'll accept your parampara. Therefore, I request you extensively preach about Krishna consciousness. Establish the supreme absolute truth is none other than the supreme personality of God, Krishna. Please preach this message extensively, but keep this meeting secret. So Lord appeared in the dream of Madhvacharya and told that he is going to appear after a few hundred years. He told him to preach because Madhvacharya appeared in the 13th century. Lord Chaitanya appeared in the 15th century. Just around 250 years or 270 years difference, that's all. Then later, Madhvacharya came to this one, Jagannath Puri, had darshan of Lord Jagannatha. Then he came to Visakhapatnam, Andhra, where he had a darshan of Varaha Narasimha, Simhachalam. The Simhachalam is the place, it is said, where Prahlada was thrown from the mountain. Simhachalam is a mountain, from the place where Prahlada was thrown to the sea. So Hiranyakashipu tried to kill his son in many ways, but Lord protected Prahlad Maharaj. There is a deity of Varaha Narasimha. The deity of Varaha Narasimha is covered with the chandan, so that the chandan will be removed only once a day. So once a year, that's called Akshay Tirthiya Day. Akshay Tirthiya Day only we can see the real Murti of Varaha Narasimha. Otherwise, all the time, they're like it's like a linga. It will be completely covered with the Gopi Chandan. So then after that, he went to another place near the bank of Godavari. There's at the time there was one son of a king. He came to meet Madhvacharya, not to have any debate, although he was a king's son. Nevertheless, he was very humble, very simple, and I met Madhvacharya and he asked, please, I want to take initiation, kindly give me initiation. Then Madhvacharya, understanding the humility of this boy, person, then he initiated him and gave him the Narari. Then after that, he wanted to return to Udupi. So at that time, this person also started coming, following with Madhvacharya. At the time, he said to this Narari, my dear Narari, please don't come. You must go back, go to the king of Orissa and get the deity of Moolarama. The Moolarama deities has got a special history, special significance. So the deity of Moolarama was worshipped by Ikshvaku. King Ikshvaku worshipped the Moolarama deity. And later all the kings in the Ikshvaku dynasty, solar dynasty, worshipped the Mularama deity. Later, even Dasharatha, who appeared in the dynasty of Ikshvaku, he also worshipped the Mularama deity. Then it came to Lord Ramachandra. He was keeping the deity. In the Ayodhya, there was one Brahmana. The Brahmana, his nature is every day would come and have darshan of Lord Ramachandra. After having darshan, he would go and have prasadam and continue to do his work. At one point of time, Ramachandra was not accessible or he was not available for 8 days. And this Brahmana could not, he had taken a vow, unless I see Lord Rama, I will not eat. Unless I see Rama, I will not eat. So 8 days, he could not have darshan of Lord Ramachandra. And as a result, he became very weak, very, very skinny. And 8th or 9th days, Ramachandra gave darshan, public darshan to all the people. At the time, the Brahmana came and saw Lord. When Lord Ramachandra noticed this person, how weak he is, then he understood the devotion of the Brahmana. Then immediately he told Lakshmana, my dear Lakshmana, please give the Mularama deity to this Brahmana. So in my absence, he can worship the deity. He can have darshan of Mularama. It's as good as having my darshan. So that he not to fast. Then Lord Lakshmana brought the Mularama deity and gave to the Brahmana. The Brahmana, as long as he was hale and healthy, would come and see Lord Ramachandra. Not that he got the deity and he skipped going to palace of Lord Rama to see the Lord Rama. As long as he was hale and healthy, he would come and see the have darshan of Lord Rama. When Lord Rama is not available in the kingdom at that time, he would have darshan of this Mularama deity. So in this way, he was maintaining his life. When he became very old, this Brahmana became very old. He was on the deathbed and he was not able to maintain. And so he was about to leave the world. Then at the time he requested Lakshmana and he handed over the deity of this Mularama to Lakshmana. And the Brahmana left and went back to the abode of the Lord. And later, Lord Rama, before he disappeared, he told Lakshmana to hand over the deity to Hanuman. Then Lord Rama said Lakshmana handed over the Mularama deity to Hanuman. Then Lord Rama wound up his pastime, went back to his abode. Then later Hanuman was hanging the deity around his neck, and he was in Himalaya, Gandhamadana mountain. When Pandavas went to Himalaya, at the time Draupadi saw one lotus flower because of wind, some of the lotus flower flew and came near Draupadi and requested Bhima, my dear Bhima, I want many flowers, lotus flowers, I want to take to our cottage. So he want to please his wife Draupadi. So Bhima started going to the place where the wind came. So wind started blowing. So he proceeded, and when he was going through different path and all, then at the time Hanuman was lying on the path. So he happened to meet Hanuman. He did not recognize who is that Hanuman. Then later, somehow, a lot of discussion, and he said, "You just Bhima said, move the space. I am going to other places where the lotus flower is there." So Hanuman said, "No, no, you cannot go. This place is not meant for human being. It's meant for Gandharvas, other places, Kuveras, other places will come and enjoy. So this place is not accessible for any human being. If you want to go, then you must satisfy Kuvera." Hanuman said, "Get lost. I don't have any habit of begging. I want to go. You move the place." So Hanuman said, because he was like a very old, and said, "I am very, very old. I cannot move. If you want, you can move you can jump over me and go." Said, "I cannot jump over because Paramatma is there. Otherwise, I can easily cross over, like my brother Hanuman jumped over the ocean to cross to go to Lanka. Similarly, I would have jumped, but there is a Paramatma is there in the heart of a Jiva, and I don't want insult by jumping over you." So then the Hanuman said, "Who is Hanuman? You don't know who is Hanuman? Hanuman is my brother. Actually, he's a hero of Ramayana. I am equal to my brother in every respect. So I am not inferior to my brother. I am also equal to my brother in every respect. So please move. So then Hanuman said, no, see, I'm very tired, I'm very old. If you want to, you can move my tail and go. Then Bhima want to use his strength to move his tail. He thought, just I'll throw this monkey to the abode of Yamaraj. So he started putting his full strength to remove the tail, but he could not move an inch. And he put full strength, he used both hands to move the tail. He could not move an inch. Bhima had 10,000 elephant strength. Nevertheless, he could not move the tail of the monkey. Then understood, this is not ordinary person, is surrendered. So please tell me who you are. What's your identity? At the time, he said, I am Hanuman. I am Hanuman. Please do not go to space because it's not good. He advised. Then after that, a lot of discussion happened. Then at the time when he met, he gave this Moola Rama deity to Bhima. Hanuman gave the Moola Rama deity to Bhima. Then later, Pandavas are worshipping. Then Pandavas, when they are going for Vanavasa, they want of their pastime, they gave the deity of Moola Rama to King of Orissa. In this way, the King of Orissa was worshipping the Moola Rama deity. So Madhvacharya knew very well because it was he who was worshipping. Madhvacharya in the previous life, Bhima, previous to that, Hanuman. So he knows the deities with the King of Orissa. So he told Narari, you don't come with me, you must go and get back the deity. That is my order. So this Narari went to the King of Orissa. At the time, the king died. The king died. He had a son who was very young. He cannot access the throne. He cannot become the king of the throne, king of the country. So at the time, during the situation, when the king is not there, son is only one son. He cannot, because he's not qualified to accept the throne because of too young. At the time, there is one procedure. The elephant with the garland will be sent. And the elephant will put the garland to anybody according to the elephant choice. So whomever the elephant put the garland, he'll be made as a king. So the many ministers all started following the elephant. Elephant was holding the garland and the elephant was moving. All the people followed. And miraculously, when Narari was going, the elephant put the garland on the neck of this Narari. And Narari was made as the king of this Orissa. And he was ruling the kingdom. Once the boy, the son of the king, person who was passed away or died, he reached a certain age. He was qualified to occupy the throne. At the time, Narari relinquished the kingdom and he wanted to give the kingdom to his son because the son has reached the age. So the son was so pleased that he has given the kingdom to me. So he asked, what you want? Whether you want kingdom, you want woman, you want wealth, whatever you want, gold, anything, I'm ready to give. So at the time, Narari asked, please give that Moola Rama deity that has been that you have been worshipping. The son of this young boy had handed over the Moola Rama deity to Narari. Then Narari came and handed over the deity to Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya was worshipping the deity. Still now the deity is there and Mantralaya. The deity is being worshipped in Mantralaya. I think once the deity Moola Rama also came to our ISKCON Bangalore, Rajaji Nagar temple to so one Swamiji brought. So the small deity. So Hanuman was carrying actually the deity around his neck. So later Madhvacharya, then he asked the sannyasa, the Narari. So Madhvacharya gave initiation to Narari and awarded him the name Narari Tirtha. So then all of them returned to Udupi. Madhvacharya met his spiritual master Achyuta and already Achyuta received this commentary on Vedanta Sutra called Purna Prajna Bhashya written by Madhvacharya. He was very happy to have such a wonderful disciple, and he saw that he had many followers by then. So he was so pleased, Achyuta he was so pleased to see his disciple had written commentary on Vedanta Sutra, and he preached extensively and made many followers, many disciples. And Madhvacharya would every day go to temple of Ananteshwara and have darshan and would discuss Krishna Katha, and he would explain the purport of Vedanta Sutra to his disciples, and he requested his followers, his disciples, to strictly follow Pancharatrika Vidhi Marga. In the Patna Purana, it is said 5 kinds of reformatory process to purify our consciousness. One has to undergo austerity. Second is one has to apply tilaka 12 places. Then third one is one should accept the new name, in a spiritual name at the time of initiation. Fourth is one has to chant Gayatri Mantra. Fifth one is to chant the holy name of Lord Krishna. That is Yuga Dharma. So the tapasya, austerity, means we have to get up early in the morning, attend Mangalarati, and we have to follow Ekadashi Vrata and appearance and disciplines day of Acharyas. We have to undergo fasting. So these are called austerities, voluntarily taking some inconvenience for the purpose of purification. Then at the time of initiation, we have to accept new name. We are the servant of Lord. So when we are given the name, we'll be given added Dasa or Dasi to say that we are servant of Lord. Then the Yuga Dharma, Madhvacharya was completely convinced in this age of Kali, only this Sankirta Yagna will work out. Even when he commented in some of the Upanishad, the Lord Hare will be worshipped in this age of Kali in his holy name. Simply by chanting the holy name, one can please Lord Krishna. So Madhvacharya was completely convinced that only Sankirtana Yagna will work. Therefore, he recommended all his disciples to chant the name of Krishna constantly. Although deity worship is there elaborately, nevertheless, he gave the importance of chanting the holy name. So, when many people were completely convinced with the philosophy of Madhvacharya, and they would eager to have darshan of Madhvacharya, eager to hear from Madhvacharya, it's like a place of pilgrimage. Madhvacharya, wherever you go, whether you go to take a bath in the beach or you go to temple, many people would follow him to take his association. So Yudhishthira Maharaja, once when Vidura came after going to a different place of pilgrimage, when the battle was over, Vidura came to meet Dhritarashtra, because Dhritarashtra lost all his sons, 100 sons, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So when Yudhishthira Maharaj saw that after many years Vidura came, so he went and offered obeisance. At the time he said, Bhavat Vida Bhagavata Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirti Kurvanti Tirtani Swantastena Gadabhrata. My dear Lord, Yudhishthira says to Vidura, my dear Lord, your good self, devotees like your good self, are the places of pilgrimage personified. Tirti Kurvanti Tirtani. Person like you, holy place personified. Why? Because wherever you go, you carry the Lord in your heart. Devotees like Vidura carry the Lord in their heart. Because they carried the Lord in their heart, they can purify any places into place of pilgrimage. Wherever the pure devotees are there, that place become pilgrimage place. So even Lord Vishnu says to Narada, Nam tishtami vaikunte yogina hridayeshu va yatra gayanti madbhakta tatta tishtami Narada. My dear Narada, I am not residing in Vaikunta. Nam tishtami vaikunta, I am not in Vaikunta, nor in the heart of yogis. Where I am there with my pure devotees, whoever chants my glories, whoever is absorbed in my devotional activities. I am there in that place. So, in other words, Lord is present with pure devotees. So, wherever pure devotee is there Lord is there. Wherever Lord is there, that place is called pilgrimage place. So, Madhvacharya was carrying the Lord Krishna in his heart. Therefore, he could attract all the people towards him. So, let us discuss further. It's already we are running out of time. So, we'll discuss further in the next session. Thank you. Hare Krishna.